Okay, so in this lesson, you're going to learn how to create a dictionary. Then you're going to learn how to access values in a dictionary. Then how to add a new key value pairs. Now, a dictionary is different from a list because in a list, your values have got positions like the first value, second value, last value, second last value. Those are the positions of the values in your list. But a dictionary doesn't have that. What a dictionary has are it uses something called a key value pair. You use a key to access some particular value. So that's what you're going to see. Then you're also going to learn how to modify values in a dictionary, how to remove a key value pair from a dictionary, how to nest a list in a dictionary, how to nest a dictionary inside a dictionary, how to nest a dictionary in a list, how to clear an entire dictionary, how to delete a dictionary into a dictionary. To nest is to store something inside something. Okay, so if you've got a bag, then you store another bag inside a bag, then you're nesting one bag in the other, like the way a nest of birds work. So in a dictionary, yes, you've got a collection of values, but these values are stored in a format which is known as a key value pair. So you have a key, and this key is separated from a value using a colon. So you've got something called a key value pair, like that. So you've got key value pairs, information being stored in key value pairs. Usually this information is related. Okay, the key somehow is related to the value. Okay, so if you want to have access to the value, you have to go through the key. Like the way the key for your door works. A particular key gives you access to a particular door. If you've got the wrong key, you want to open a particular door, it won't work unless you've got the right key. So that's how it works. Yeah, so the key is connected to the value, and individual key value pairs, because a dictionary can have more than one key value pair, so individual key value pairs are separated from each other using commas. And this whole dictionary thing is wrapped in curly braces like this. So a list is in square brackets, a tuple is in parentheses. Then when it comes to a dictionary is in curly braces like this. If you want to access a particular value from a dictionary, you have to tell us the name of the dictionary, then followed by square brackets. Then inside the square brackets, that's where you put the value of the key. So accessing a particular value from a dictionary is almost the same thing you do for a list, where you start with the name of the list, then the square brackets, then you put in the index. Now in this case, since dictionaries don't have indices, they have keys, you are going to put in the key to that particular dictionary. So that's basically the big idea behind this. The key can actually be a number, because you might want to connect the days of the week to a number. So for example, if you say 1, if you're trying to create a dictionary which is called weekdays, if you say 1 could be a key to Sunday, 2 could be a key to Monday, like that. Or you could have 1 being linked with January, 2 being linked to the second month of the year, February, the number 3 being linked to the month March, the number 6 being linked to June. So you can do that. You can link a key to a value. So there are certain things in life which we can better represent as dictionaries. For example, days of a week or months of a year. The key can also be a string, like that. Okay. However, usually we try to make sure that a value can be anything on the other hand, but a key is not supposed to be something complicated. For example, you can't have a key which is a list, but the value of a dictionary can be a number, it can be a string, it can be a list, it can be another dictionary, as we are going to see. How do we create a dictionary? Like we have said, if you're going to create a dictionary, then everything should be enclosed in curly brackets. So like this. So this which you have created here with curly brackets, with nothing inside, this is an empty dictionary. It is a dictionary, but it is empty. It does not have any key value pairs. Yeah, it's an empty dictionary. It's a dictionary, but it's empty. If you get these two curly braces, you give them to the type function, then you run it. The type function tells you, say, this is a dict. This dict is an abbreviation for dictionary. Always, the type function, if you're not sure about something, you see something in Python, you give it to the type function, then that type function is going to give you the definition of that particular thing. Here, we create a dictionary which still does not have a name, but, like I said, there's a connection between the values. So the first value, so the curly brackets are the what's this? They denote the dictionary. Then the first value, this one, the first value on the left of the colon, on the left of the colon, the value which is on the left of the colon, this is what is called the key. The value on the right of the colon, that is what is called the value. So in this case, as you can see, the value in this case, the key in this case is Zambia, and the value is Lusaka. The type of value this is a string. The value, this is a string. So basically, you can create a dictionary like this case, where Zambia is the country and Lusaka is the capital of Zambia. So I am linking the name of the country to the capital using this thing here. Are we clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to link the name of the country, which is Zambia, to its capital,
Yes, it is.
yeah, to Lusaka, which is that. So that's one use of a dictionary. You could do something like that. If you get this thing here, then you give it to the type function, like that. When you give it to the type function, then you run it. The type function tells you this is a dictionary. I can do this key. So this is what you call a key value pair. The key is Zambia, the value is Lusaka. I can do this for multiple countries. For example, I start with Zambia as a key, then the value is Lusaka, Angola as a key, the value is Rwanda, Namibia as a key, the value is Windhoek, Botswana as a key, the value is Gaborone, Zimbabwe as a key, the value is Harare, South Africa as a key, the value is Pretoria, Mozambique is a key, the value is Maputo, Malawi is a key, the value is Lilongwe, Tanzania is a key, the value is Dodoma. Between all of these key value pairs, there is always a comma. Each key value pair is separated from the other. Sorry, there's a colon here. Then each key value pair is separated from the other key value pair using a comma, like that. So you run that, this is what you get. So you get Zambia, Lusaka, Angola, Rwanda, Namibia, Windhoek, Botswana, Gaborone, Zimbabwe, Harare, South Africa, Pretoria, Mozambique, Maputo, Malawi, Lilongwe, Tanzania, Dodoma. This is just another way of presenting information. I copy all of these things, I give it to the type function. When I give it the type function and I run it, the type function still tells me this is a dictionary. Now, a dictionary, like everything else, you can actually store a dictionary in a variable. And that's what I do here. So this dictionary of countries and their capital cities, I store it in a variable called capitals. So this side, this is a variable, and this side is a dictionary, and this in the middle is an assignment operator. So I'm trying to store this dictionary inside capital, because clearly, as you can see, it is going to be very difficult for you to continue typing this dictionary over and over. If I print the capital, I get back the dictionary. So I have access to the same dictionary through the capital variable capitals. I give this capital variable to the type function. When I run it, it tells me I have a dictionary. So the point there really is that you can store a dictionary in a variable, and it becomes very convenient to use. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next thing you can do is when someone gives you a dictionary, your question is, what are the keys and what are the values to this dictionary? So you can quickly get the values and the keys of a dictionary in a number of ways. Python gives you special functions called methods. In the case of a dictionary has its own methods you can use. For example, if you are interested in the keys only, so you start with the name of the dictionary, which is capitals. You type the name of the dictionary, then you put a dot, then you type this function, keys. That's the name of the function. So basically it's a method because you start with the object, then this. So this is how you work out, this is how you access methods. When I run this is what I get. You see inside here, I get a list based on these capitals. I get a list, but the list I get is just of Zambia, Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Mozambique, Malawi, Tanzania. These are the keys of the dictionary capitals. So that's how you get your keys. If you just want the values associated with the keys in a particular dictionary, then you go this way. You say capitals dot values. Then you do that. It gives you a list of values. You've got Lusaka, you've got Luanda, you've got Windhoek, you've got Gaborone, Harare, Pretoria, Maputo, Lilongwe, Dodoma. So that's how you, with a dictionary, with any dictionary, that's how you know if you're given a dictionary, because these things sometimes they can be very, very large. So you just want to quickly look at, what are the values and what are the keys? As you can see, the key Lusaka, there's a first item there, then its corresponding value is, the key Zambia, its corresponding value is Lusaka, the key Angola, its corresponding value is Luanda, the key Namibia, its corresponding value is Windhoek. So keys and values are put like that. Okay. Now, if you want to access a value associated with the key, what you do is the following. You start by typing the name of the dictionary, the same way we type the name of the list, then followed by square brackets. Then inside the square brackets, you type the name of the key. Okay, you start by the name of the dictionary, then inside, after the name of the dictionary, then square brackets, then inside the square brackets, you type the name of the key. Is that clear? The name of the dictionary, then the square brackets, then after that, the name of the key. When you run this is going to give you access to Lusaka. So this is how you access the value Lusaka, which is connected to the key Zambia. If you want to access the value associated with the key Malawi, so you start with the name of the dictionary, which is capitals, then square brackets, then inside you type the name of the key, which is Malawi. When you run it, you get access to Lilongwe. Are we clear?
Yes.
The other thing I want to mention about keys and values is that in a dictionary, you are only allowed to have one type of key, one specific key. Okay? So you can't have multiple Zambians in a dictionary. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have the key Zambia multiple times or the key Malawi multiple times. You can only have the key Zambia appearing once in a dictionary. Are we clear? So keys are only allowed to appear once. A value can appear multiple times in a dictionary, but the key itself is only allowed to appear once. Is that clear?
Yes, sir, it is. It's clear.
Okay. Now we print now we want to see how to add a new key value pair, because remember, for a dictionary, the thing works in pairs. You need to have the key and you need to have a value. So how are we going to add a new key value pair to the thing? So this is, we print out the dictionary capitals. So the next country we want to add is Kenya. So the name of the country is Kenya and the capital of Kenya is Nairobi. So the way we have been doing this, the key is the country, then the capital is the value. So if you want to add a new key value pair, the same way you add a new item to a list. So you start with the name of the dictionary, which is capitals, then followed by square brackets. Now, if this was a list, you would put the index here, okay, at this particular index. But when you're dealing with dictionaries, dictionaries don't have keys, don't have indices. So in the case of a dictionary, you put the key you want to associate with the value. So this time we're adding Kenya. Kenya is not in these countries. Is not one of the keys. So you are allowed to add new key value pairs. Okay? You're allowed to add new value pairs, key value pairs. Kenya and the equal sign here, assignment. What have I done? The assignment. Yeah. Then the value you want to connect Kenya to, which is Nairobi, like that. So the value I want to connect Kenya to, which is Nairobi. So I run this. Then now I print capitals. And you see at the end here, I have Kenya and Nairobi. If I want to add Ethiopia and Addis Ababa, so I'm going to say capitals. The key is going to be Ethiopia here. So the dictionary, then in square brackets, the key Ethiopia, then the value Addis Ababa, then I run that, then I print capitals. That's what I get. So Ethiopia has been added at the end. So basically you add things at the end. You can change or you can modify the value associated with the key. For example, I want to access the value associated with Botswana here. So I was saying the name of the dictionary capitals and in square brackets the key, which is Botswana. When I do this, I get the value Gaborone. But if I want to change the capital city of Botswana from someone wants to get in? Yeah. So if I want to change the capital city of Botswana from Gaborone to Francistown, so I was saying capitals, the name of the dictionary, then square brackets, then the key whose value I want to change, Botswana, then the value I want to associate with that particular key. Now I want to associate Botswana with Francistown. So I do this. When I print out Botswana capitals with the key Botswana, now I have got access to Francistown and not Gaborone. Same with Zambia. So capitals, the key is Zambia. There I get Lusaka. If I want to change the capital of Zambia to Ndola, so I'll say capitals, then square brackets, the key is Zambia, then the value I want to modify, the key whose value I want to modify is Zambia, then the value now I want it to be in dollars, so I'll say that, then I print out capitals with Zambia, then now I'll access dollar, and if I print out capitals, let me actually do a print, not that, do a print, or, oh yeah, it's fine. If I do this, now you see, Zambia as a key, the value is now dollar. If you look at Botswana as a key, the value now associated with it is Francistown. Is this clear? It's similar to what we did with lists. How you modify a value in a list. You start with the name of the list in square brackets, you put the index followed by the value you want to put there. In this case, you start with, if you want to modify the list, the key to the dictionary already has to be there. Okay, the key should be existing. If the key is not existing, then what you're going to be doing is addition, because when you say the name of the dictionary, square brackets, the key, if the key is not in the dictionary and the value, then what you're going to happen is that you're going to add an element, a key value pair to your dictionary, the way we added Nairobi and the way we added Ethiopia and Addis Ababa. Okay, if the key is already there, then if you say the name of the dictionary, square brackets, the key, then the value, if the key is already in the dictionary, then you're going to carry out a modification. Are we clear? Are we clear on how you add a key value pair to a dictionary, and also how you modify a value which is in the dictionary? Okay. The other thing you can do is you can actually remove key value pairs from a dictionary by using a function called delete. The only thing you need to do with delete is you need to type delete, del, then since it's a function, then inside the parentheses of this particular function, in this case, you type the name of the dictionary you want to type, the name of the dictionary you are working with, then You, after the dictionary, there is the square brackets. Then inside the square brackets, you type the key whose value you want to delete. So when you, in the case of Zambia, because Zambia is associated with dollar, so in this case, the key Zambia is going to go and the value in dollar will be deleted also. This is the same as deleting a particular value from a dictionary, where we say the name of the function, the delete function, we give it the name of the list, then in the square brackets we put the index whose value we want to delete, the index or the position in the list where we want to delete. So in this case, we're not dealing with position because dictionaries don't have positions. What they have are keys. So the capitals is a dictionary, then in the square brackets here, you put in the key you want to delete. So once the key goes together with the value. So when you delete the key, the value also goes. So in this case, we want to delete Zambia. And if you print out capitals, you see that now the first item is Angola and Zambia is gone. Are we clear? Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next thing is nesting a list in a dictionary. Nesting a list in a dictionary simply means that the value of a dictionary can be a list. That's what it means. Nesting a list in a dictionary means that you are storing a list in a dictionary. So in this case, Python allows you to store a list as a value in a dictionary. This is very, very important, as you're going to see. So I create a bunch of lists. If those of you follow football, this is when Liverpool won the league. So I'm trying to create something which looks like the top four table, okay? So the position, this is a list of the position, pause. Then the list is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the clubs, that was, the list is Liverpool, Man City, Leicester City, and Chelsea. Then the matches they played, this is the list, the name of the list. The wins they had at that particular point after 29 games. Then how many matches I played at this particular point. Then the wins, W. Then the draws, D. Then the losses, like that. Then the goals they scored. Then the goals that were scored against, the goal difference, and how many points they had at this particular point. So these are lists I've created. Now I'm going to use these lists as values to my dictionary. And I'm going to say the name of the dictionary is EPO table 2020. Then I start my dictionary. The first key is a position. So this is a key position. And what is the value I'm going to give it? I'm going to give it the list pause. This list. So that list is going to be my value. Then the next key is club. Then I'm going to give it the list clubs, this, which is that. Then the next one is matches played. That's a key. Then I'm going to give it the list MP, which is this one here. The next one is, the key is wins. Then I'm going to give it the list W, that's number of wins. Then the next one is draws, that's a key. Then I'm going to give it the list D, which is this one here. Then the next key is losses. Then I'm going to give it the list L. Then the next key is goes forward. Then this goes forward key, I'm going to give it the list value GF. The next one key is goes allowed, which is GA. Then I'm going to give it the list GA. The next key is goal difference. Then this key, I'm going to give it the list GD. And then the next key is points. Then this points, I'm going to give it the list PTS, which stands for points. So as you can see, I have stored a list. I've stored a bunch of lists in this dictionary. There is a position, which is the key in red. The position, the key is the one on the left of the equal column. Then the value is the one on the right. So if I do this, so this is actually a dictionary, nice dictionary. If I print it out, this is how the information looks like. So here I have the position, then the value is this list. Here I have the key club, and the value is this list here. Then here I've got the key matches played, and the value is this list. Then here I've got the key wins, and the value is this list. Then here I've got the keys draws, and the value is this list. And here I have the key losses, and the value is this list. And here I have the key goes forward, and the value is this list. And here with the keys goes allowed, and the value is that list. Here with the keys goes go difference, and the value is that list. Here with the keys points, and the value is that. So you can see I have succeeded in storing a bunch of lists inside a dictionary. If I ask Python what it is I've created by giving this EPL table 2020 to type, Python tells me I've created a dictionary. Since I've created a dictionary, I can find out what are the keys and what are the values to this dictionary. How do I get the keys of a dictionary? I say the name of the dictionary, whatever it is. In this case, it's EPL table 2020. Then I put a dot, then the keys function or the method. So this one gives me a list of the keys. These are the keys: position, club, matches played, wins, draws, losses, goes allowed, goes forward, goes allowed, goal difference, and points. If I want the values associated with this dictionary, I start with the name of the dictionary, then I put a point, then the values. When I do that, I get my lists. This one, the first one, then I get this list, the clubs, then this one was the matches played, then this one, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but yeah, but you can see I get the list. If I want to access the list of clubs, the key is club here. I've got a key called club here. If I want to access the list of clubs, I've got a key called club. So I start with the name of the list, the name of the dictionary, which is EPA table. Then inside the square brackets, I put the key I'm interested in. So this key is club. So what you see, what I get now when I do this from a dictionary, I use the key code club, then I get this. This thing which I've got is a list. If I get this thing here, I give it to the type function in Python. The type function will tell me what I have. It will tell me I have a list. Okay? So since I have a list, by doing this, if this is a list, then you can do the things you do with the list, because lists have items arranged according to position. So I can say, oh, now I have a list from a dictionary, then I can access the first item in this list. So the first item in the list, EPL, table, then square brackets, club, this is a list. So in this list, the first item is going to have, for me to access the first item in this list, I need to add a pair of square brackets, then I put the index there. I do this because this whole thing here, this thing here, all this, yes, the EPO table is the name of the dictionary, right? Then followed by the square brackets and the key. But that whole thing I've selected there, that is actually a list. Okay, so if it's a list, then I can access things from this list by using the index. So in this case, I want to access which one was the first club or the first position, and that gives me access to Liverpool. This value I've accessed, this Liverpool, it's a value, it has been printed out. I can store it in a variable. The same way when you get a value, you access a value from a list, you can store it in a variable. I can do that. So now this whole thing here refers to Liverpool. I can store it in a variable called champions. Then I display champions. I get Liverpool. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I get Liverpool. Then if I'm interested in how many points Liverpool had, I know there's a key code points somewhere here. This point, this key code points. This key code points is going to give me access to a list of points. So in that list of points, the first item in that list of points are the points which belong to Liverpool. Okay, so I'll say EPL table 2020, the square brackets. So this is the name of the dictionary, then followed by square brackets. And then inside the square brackets, I put the key points. When I put the key points, it gives me access to this list. Okay, so since this is a list, I can access the items in this list using an index. I'm interested only in this 82. That 82 is the first item in this list. So say EPL table, then let me remove the print. EPL table. After that, then I put square brackets. These square brackets, inside the square brackets, the second pair of square brackets, I put in the index. That is going to give me access to 82. You see this 82? These 82 are the points which Liverpool had at that particular point. So if the league ended at that particular point, the reason why I did that is because, remember last year there was COVID. So at some point, football came to an end suddenly after Liverpool had played those number of games. Okay, so I could say, okay, fine, those were the championship points. So I could store this, which gives me access to the 82. I can store that as the championship points. Then I display championship points, and you end up having that thing as 82. So you could do that. So if if a dictionary contains lists as values, then you need to access the individual lists first by using the keys. Then the key are going to give you access to the lists. Then once you want to access things in a list, you need to access those things in a list by using the indices. Okay. The other thing, are we clear on that one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The other thing you can do also is that you can actually store a dictionary inside the dictionary. If you store a dictionary inside the dictionary, then the dictionary is going to be treated as a value. So what I did, for example, in this case, I had students. The first time I was trying to teach this course, I had 7 students. The first student is first name. So this is I created a dictionary of students. So the first one is called first student. His name was Choma. That's a key. So first name, then last name was Songa, then his student email address was that one. The email, that one. So that's what I could easily access from the Moodle. So I create this dictionary. First student. I print out first student. So that's what you see. So you see the name of the student as a key, then the value is Chuba, that's the surname, then the last name is another key, then the value is Sunga, then the email is a key, then the value is the email address. So I do the same thing for another student, second student. I create a dictionary for them. I print them out like that. Then I create a dictionary for a third student. Then I print them out like that. I create a dictionary for a fourth student. I'm following the same thing. First name, last name, email address. I do that. So these are all dictionaries being created. So I'm keeping the details of these students. Next, so now that I have my 7 students complete, actually these are the students who are in 4th year right now. Now that I've got my thing complete, I create another dictionary called students. In this dictionary called students, I have the keys first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I actually I could change things a bit. Instead of using, since I've used this a lot, I will change. I will have not first, but I'll use the number 1 here, because you can also use numbers as keys. Integers, you can use integers as keys. That's second. So I'll change so that you can see what happens, how it works. Third. So you might think you only need to use strings for keys, but you can also use numbers. Fifth, then 6. So I can also use numbers for keys. So the first student, that's a key. Then the value is this one. We know first student is a dictionary. Then this is also a value. So that's a dictionary. This is also a value. That's a dictionary. This is also a value. That's a dictionary. This is a dictionary. That's a dictionary, like that. So I run these. Python doesn't complain. Then I print this out. Then you see, first, the value is this guy. Then second, the value is this dictionary. Then third, here, the value is that dictionary, like that. Then I ask what I have created with these numbers. Python tells me that's a dictionary. Then I can ask for the keys to this dictionary. I say students.keys. Then I get the keys. The keys are just the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the keys. I ask for the values. When I ask for the values, I get a list of dictionaries. So in this case, inside the dictionary students, I have stored dictionaries of the individual students. So if I want to access the first student, now that my keys have changed, I think it's going to be first. I just say student 1, I access travel. Then student 2, type, what is the type of what is when I do this? Student 1, I access this guy, travel. I'm using the key. This number is not the index. This is a key because dictionaries don't have positions. That's a key. Then I say type student 1, what is it? It's also a dictionary. Okay, so if I want to say I want to access for the first student, which is student 1, this guy, student 1, this guy, I want to access his first name. So the key is first name in this dictionary. So I'm going to say student 1 is going to give me the access to the dictionary. Then I want to access the first name. Then I put that like that. When I do that, I get Chabu. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here we have got two dictionaries. A dictionary which contains a dictionary inside it. If I want to access his last name, so you start with accessing the dictionary, the student you're interested in, here, then the last name, that's another key. So first is a key, last is a key. Then here, again, his email, the first is a key, it gives me access to the dictionary, the student's dictionary, then I access the email like that. So you can access his first name like this. So this is a key and that is a key. So that's the other thing about when you're storing a dictionary inside the dictionary. You use keys and keys. If you're storing a list inside a dictionary, then you're going to use a key and an index. Okay. The other thing you can do is, instead of creating a dictionary, you can actually store these dictionaries in a list. The dictionary of students. You can create a list and say, okay, fine, here, square bracket, then end of square bracket there. So you have the name of dictionaries here, first student, second student, third student, you have got fourth student here, you have fifth student and sixth student there. Those are names of dictionaries. And these dictionaries have been stored in a list. And the name of the list is student lists. That's the name of the list. Okay. Then you can display student lists. This is what you get. So you see, this is a list. But the first item is this guy. That's a dictionary. The second item is this guy. That's a dictionary. Just like that. You ask Python what this is. A list which contains a dictionary. Surely what could it be? Python tells you it's a list. If it is a list, then you access the items in this list the same way you access things in a list, by using the index. So if you want the first student, you're going to say the name of the list. After the name of the list, then in square brackets, you put the index. Okay, so in this case, the first student has got the index 0. So this is going to give me access to his dictionary. Now that I've got access to his dictionary, if I get this student list with a square bracket and the 0, I give it to the type function. Python tells me what I have access to is a dictionary. Because I've got access to a dictionary, I can ask Python for the keys of the dictionary. So that's going to be student lists, then square bracket 0, then I put a dot, then the keys to that particular dictionary. When I do that, I get a list of keys. I get first name, last name, and email. So in this case, now I can say, okay, student list, then the index 0, then the key. because this student list, then index 0, this which I've highlighted, is a dictionary. And if you're going to get things from a dictionary, you need to use your keys. So in this case, the first key is first name, then the next key, this one, last name, so I can access his surname, then the other key is this, then I can access that, his email address. So you can access the same information two different ways. Okay, you can have a dictionary stored in a dictionary, or you can have a dictionary. So you can have a dictionary stored in a dictionary. Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'm asking, like, on the list there, what you put the independent square bracket, you put 0. Does that mean that when you are creating the list, it was the key that you had put there?
No, lists don't have keys. Lists don't have keys. Lists have got position. The first item in a list is given a position of 0. So that is not a key. This first item number 1, first item is given an index of 0 or a position of 0. Second item is given an index of 1. Third item is given an index of 2. Like that. Okay? So lists have got positions or indices, and dictionaries have got keys. So this 0 here is not a key. No. It is an index. Are we clear? Is that clear? Hello?
It's clear.
Okay.
Yes, it's clear now.
All right. The other thing you can do is you can clear your list, your dictionary. Okay? Remember, we had the dictionary EPO table, like that. This is a dictionary with all the things. You can clear it. So for you to clear a dictionary, you type the name of the dictionary, then you put a dot, then the method clear. So name of the dictionary dot clear is going to clear the dictionary. Then you type that, you end up with an empty dictionary. Okay? You can also delete a dictionary. For example, our dictionary students, this is our dictionary. You ask Python what it is, like that. Then you can just say delete. Then inside delete, you give it the name of the dictionary you want to delete. Students. The next time I try to print students, Python tells me there's a problem. There's an error. It couldn't find students. The reason why it couldn't find students is because students has been deleted. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the other thing we are supposed to look at was the one on strings. Did you look at that? Was there any problems? The videos on strings, I sent a link to 3 videos. The first one was on dictionaries. The second one was on Python strings. The third one was on formatting strings. Was there trouble there or what?
With me, I only watched for the dictionary part.
Okay. So when we meet tomorrow, we're going to look at the Python strings. Then, yeah, because that's basically the first part, Python strings. Then there's also the other part. So basically, that's 2 lectures there. So we're going to start with the Python strings. Then later on, the formatting. So on Friday, I will not be available. So on Friday, I'll send you links to other videos for you to watch ahead of time, so that when we meet next week, the whole of next week I'll be available, because right now we are carrying out some training which I need to jump between the training and teaching you guys. That's why I'm resorting to sending you video links of videos I've already recorded. Otherwise, I would have been available for your class. So tomorrow we're going to have class. We're going to look at Python strings, what they are and what you can do with them. And yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow if you've got no further questions. The recorded video to this thing is going to be posted to YouTube and also be in our Moodle, so a link will be made available there. You are encouraged to watch the videos I've recorded ahead of time also, so that maybe you could ask more better questions. Are there any questions before we close?
Sir,
Yes.
others are asking for links, so I don't know.
Okay.
Some students that want links.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my YouTube. So I'm going to show something here, so that you can guide your friends. So I'm going to go to YouTube. You can see my page, my screen.
Yes, sir.
So in YouTube, we are going to do the following. I'm going to type UNZA PHY 3032. When you do that, this is what you're going to get, because there are already recorded videos I've posted on YouTube on different topics, on different chapters. So you just move chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So in this case, you have, this is the ones on lists. This is what we're just from talking about. So you can see on Python dictionaries, this is one I sent you. So I made a video 2 months ago. Then on Python tuples, this is a week ago. The video lecture we had. So I posted the video here. Then what other things do we have? That's Python lists, installing Anaconda. Yeah. Here, so this one, chapter 6a, Python strings. So there's something on strings. There's this one built in. So there's stuff available on YouTube. If you just search for our course, say UNZA PHY like that, then you search for our course, you're going to find things associated with our course which have already been pasted. Here, 2 months ago, I was talking about sets to some other students. 3 weeks ago, this is a month ago. So there's things there. Then this was 2 months ago.
All right.
Yeah, there's like that, the control flow. So there's stuff. This is formatting, strings, Python strings, creating lambda functions. So there's things which are already there. I've put stuff on YouTube. And the way I do that is like the way we are having class right now. I'm also recording. So when I finish the recording, then I post it on YouTube. Okay. So let them just search for the name of UNZA, then the name of our course, then they'll be able to access the Python videos which you have. They can watch ahead so that they've got better ideas like that. Okay?
All right, sir.
Yeah.